Hi everyone, welcome to Cupboard Creations. My name is Gareth and this is my little corner of the internet for playing with my food. So, chicken wings. Absolutely love chicken wings. Don't know why, probably shouldn't. It's kind of really basic food, but it's cheap to make and you can just pack whatever flavours you want in there, which I absolutely love. So, today I'm going to make my Thai chicken wings. Now, I'm going to do it kind of two ways. So you're going to see how I cook chicken wings, and then all we're going to do is toss it in a sauce. So you can make that sauce with anything you like. Do the chicken wings the same way. Now, I like my chicken wings really kind of crispy. I don't really like the ones where the skin just hasn't crisped up. Flavour wise, no problem, but texture wise, not quite right for me. So I'm going to do them this way. We're going to try and get a really nice crispy texture to them. So first off, what you want to do is kind of build your kind of covering for them, your coating that's going to help them crisp up. So we're going to use cornflour for this, and you don't need a lot. So we're going to use a tablespoon of cornflour, and just pop that in a bowl. Now after that, I'm going to use some garlic granules. So I'm going to use a teaspoon of garlic granules. They just add like a really nice flavour to it. Just gives it something a bit more exciting. So like I say, if you want to eat these on their own, you can eat them on their own. They're really, really good with that garlic in there. So there you go, teaspoon of garlic granules. And then classically, lots and lots of salt and pepper. So we just kind of go to town with it. There we go, there's my pepper. And a really, really good pinch of salt. Okay, so we can put that to one side. Just make sure it's mixed in. Forgot that. Otherwise you just end up with lumps of one bit on there and not the other. Cornflour does get stuck everywhere though, so be careful with that. So now your chicken. I've got a kilo of chicken wings here, which is perfect for this. We're going to serve 2 people quite easily with a few left over. So what we want to do with this is grab your chicken wing. We can cut through here. Good, sharp, kind of heavy knife will get through this really, really easily. And then we just want to trim through there. Pop there, so you can see where that join is. And then chop through. Really, really easy. Okay, so cut all that chicken up. Chucked it in with all of the covering for it, that cornflour and garlic, and just give it a good mix up, then just lay them on a baking tray, nice and simple. You want to give them a fair bit. Somehow one of the little chicken wings got in there, the little end bits. So you want to give them a fair bit of space between them. Just lay them out nicely. So you're probably going to need 2 baking trays for the amount you're going to get out of this. Brilliant, so they're all laid out now. Now we just take them to the oven, 220 degrees C, so really high. We're going to put them in for half an hour, then after half hour, pop them out, turn them over, give them another half hour. That's just going to bring them really, really crispy. They won't dry out. Because of the bone in that chicken, it'll keep the whole thing moist. It's going to be really, really delicious. So I'll get cracking with that. I'll come back and show you how to make the sauce. Okay, so for the sauce, really, really easy. Just going to put everything straight in the pan once it's done. You're just going to want 2 cloves of garlic. And you want to chop these up really quite small because you're going to leave these in the sauce. It gives you like these little nuggets of garlic. It's really, really nice. Okay, so the garlic can go straight in there. There we go. Now for ginger. So you want probably about what it's going to amount to a tablespoon of chopped ginger. So probably ½ inch of fresh ginger. And you just pop it out. Give it a good chop down. Again, same as the garlic. Chop it down as small as you can. Garlic goes in there. Now, juice of 1 lime. So you're going to want the whole lime here, all in there. And it's going to add that really lovely kind of citrus note to it. Really, really good. So we'll just juice this up and pour it in with the rest. Okay, so lime juice goes in. Lovely. Put that there. And then we want sugar. So I'm going to use kind of light, soft brown sugar. You just want a good 2 tablespoons of this one. You want quite a lot of sweetness. It's just right. So 1, 2. There we go. 2 good tablespoons in there. Now, it's Thai flavoured, so fish sauce. Absolutely got to be. Really, really, really delicious stuff, this. So you want a full tablespoon of fish sauce. It's quite a lot, but again, it will kind of counterbalance with the citrus, with that sweetness. It'll work really, really well. Put a little squeeze extra. So now, lemongrass. Now, with this one, you can do it any way you like. So whatever lemongrass you can get. If you can get the paste, then you probably want a good level teaspoon, and then just leave it in there. If you can get whole lemongrass, fresh lemongrass stalks, probably 1 stalk, bruise it up, bosh it in. If, like me at the moment, I can only get the dried stuff, I'm just going to use sort of 2 of these little ones, which would, you know, equate to about 1 stick of lemongrass. I'm just going to pop those in there, and we'll take those out at the end, just because it's dried lemongrass. You don't really want that getting stuck in your teeth. So the very last thing, we've got that, is some crushed chilies. Now, this is all going to be down to how much heat you like, really. So I like a little bit of heat, but we don't want it too spicy, because I always want to be able to like maybe add my own, get myself some hot sauce or something, and then I can eat it and other people can eat it all at the same time. So I'm going to put in about a 1/4 teaspoon of chili flakes in there. So not a lot, but just enough to kind of give it that little bit of punch. So that's good. We're all there with that. Obviously, that's not going to make much of a sauce at the moment. There's a little bit too much dried ingredients. So what we're going to add is kind of 4 tablespoons of water. Okay, so 60 ml in there. And we're going to add 2 tablespoons of ground nut oil. And that's just going to kind of add it, thicken it, like help it really create this kind of silky sauce. And imparts quite a lot of flavour as well if you're using ground nut oil. So there we go, that goes in. Now we can just take that over to the hob and start cooking it up. Okay, so now let's make that sauce. Just straight on the hob, and all we're going to do is we're just going to simmer that gently. So bring it up to a simmer, and then you want to cook it until that sugar is dissolved, and then pop a lid on and just simmer it for 10 minutes. Just let all of those flavours combine. So let's get cracking. Okay, so that's been simmering away now for 10 minutes. Perfect. So just pop the lid off, give it a look. You might find at this point it's still quite liquidy. You know, you want it to be a sauce. So what you're going to want to do now is just keep that on, maybe turn up a bit to keep it simmering with the lid off, and then just reduce that down for about 2 minutes, because you don't want a thick sauce like a dipping sauce, because you want it to coat everything really nicely. You just want it that little bit thicker. So you're looking probably for almost the consistency of an oil. So I'm going to give that 2 minutes, and then that'll be done. Okay, that's had 2 minutes, and that's perfect. It's just thickened a little. Yeah, lovely. You don't want it too thick, because yeah, you want it to coat everything. So at this point, that's done. Now I'm still a little way off because it's going to take an hour for the chicken, a little way off that. So we're just going to leave it there, and then all we'll do is when we want to serve it up, just whack it back on the hob, just bring it up to a quick simmer, turn it off immediately, and then our sauce is ready. So I'll wait on my chicken. I'll see you in a bit. Cheers. Okay, so we're done. We've got our beautiful kind of crispy chicken wings. I mean, I don't know if you can hear this, but that's a proper, you know, that's how the skin should be. You want it to crisp Perfect. We've got our sauce, heated that through. So all we want to do, pop out your lemongrass if you've got the giant stalks, just because they're not that great to chew on. And then just pour that sauce in. Give it a good mix around. Try and get all of those little bits out of the bottom, because it's all great flavour. Perfect. Then we're just going to mix that up. Make sure each one gets nicely coated. Brilliant. Right, so pop that there. Just serve it up. There we go. Any sauce left, just pour it all on top. And that is fantastic. Smells are wonderful, really kind of strong Thai smell. You've got the lemongrass, the lime, gorgeous. So there we go. Those are my Thai chicken wings. I hope you give them a go, and I hope you enjoy them as much as I do. And I'll catch you next time. Cheers.